Ooh. Hey, hi everyone. How you doing?
Hi,
Yeah.
welcome.
If you landed here, we just want you, in case you were looking for some other show, you've made it to This Is the Future.
Unfortunately.
That's
Oh
right.
no, just kidding. This is the Joe Rogan Experience podcast.
Yeah. Wow, Joe. Really let yourself go there, hamburger boy.
You're Joe.
Yeah, whoa. Then it got
You're
real
Joe.
fucking bad. Off the supplements, back on crack. Oh no.
Yeah.
Either overachiever or underachiever Joe Rogan here.
Hey man. Well, yeah, I'm the overachiever, man. I
Yeah, you
I,
are.
I, I achieve a lot.
Yeah, but that really is the name of our show. And if this is your first time watching, that's it. So this is the future, unfortunately. You made it. Don't leave. Don't leave. Just
Please
stay.
don't.
Stay where you're at.
Well, Tony will pay you to stay. He'll give you
Yeah.
money.
Alex will not let you touch any of his toys, but he might let you look at them if you
You can
stay.
smell them. You can smell them.
Do you have any that are scratch and sniff? Like
They're
under
all
the armpits? What?
Yeah, they're all scratch and sniff. The aliens smell like aliens. Predators smell like predators. Terminator smells like
Whoa.
Terminator. Yeah, man. They're all
What does
scratch.
a predator smell like? I don't want to talk about it. We're still talking about the alien, right? Not the person that gives a lot of problems in our society.
What are you talking about? Let's talk about that, huh, Tony? What are you talking about?
Well, you say predator, that can go both ways.
Some predators do. Welcome.
Do,
Hi.
do you still have that T-shirt, Alien versus Predator?
That was the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, is own that T-shirt.
Fuck, I
Okay,
wish you could show it.
I don't have it. I haven't had it for years. All right, it was a picture. All right, it was a shirt that said "Alien versus Predator" on it, right? And then it had a picture um, with Michael Jackson with his arm around ET. And it was a real picture, a picture that actually exists. Like if someone were to Google right now, Michael Jackson, ET, that picture would come up. And at like a skate shop in the mall, the Zoomies or whatever, they were selling that shirt, and I saw it. I was like, this has to be on my body, and it has to be on my body right now.
And it was.
It was the funniest thing. It's my greatest achievement in life is wearing that shirt.
Yeah, but this was before the HBO documentary came out about
Like,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I wonder, I
When
haven't
people
seen.
didn't know about Michael Jackson, that's a bunch of horse shit. I know so many people. I didn't know. Are you kidding me? I remember my parents being like, "Don't go around people like that." Like people do that.
I remember showing it to Steph. I think we made it maybe an hour in, and she was kind of like, "Okay, I'm good." I'm like, "Wait! No, no, there's more, but there's more. There's
There's
lots
more,
more.
lots more.
There's a whole nother boy child. It's fucked up. You got to hang around. There's two parts." Yeah, don't
Yeah.
watch that. You don't need to watch that. No one needs to watch that.
I mean, unless it's your thing.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't. It isn't. Not mine. So we had a few comments, and as they say in one of my new favorite movies, The Irishman, a few dribs and drabs we have laying around. So first, I don't know if we've already talked about this, but my friend Brian, who commented on the show, said that I look like Bert from Bert and Ernie. So that's what he wants to. That's what he's going to nickname the show now. We're Bert and Ernie because of my hair.
You look like Bert. Okay. I
I
mean,
think it's Bert or Ernie, the one with the fucked up hair. The one that what's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Bert. Yeah, like you when your hair's up like that, you do have Muppet-like qualities. That's for sure.
Well, I've always felt like I had someone's hand up my ass, so it's about time I start looking like one. I felt the part for years.
Well, not everyone gets that. Some people have to pay double. So congratulations, Tony.
Yeah, well, it has to be a small hand. I'm a small guy. And then did we talk about also something he brought up? Did we talk about that whole wolf thing where someone down the road from him got fucked up by like it
This
was
is the third time it's been brought up. So yes.
all right, so we've talked about that. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm not high. I'm just going off my mental checklist. And then the last thing, did we talk about when the Queen died, there was footage of the Nutcrackers, the bodyguards
Yeah.
falling flat on their face. Did we talk about that?
No.
All right. So I don't know how to post videos in a show yet, but you should look it up. Look up English guards fall flat on their face. So it's funny as hell. It's a great way to wake up in the morning.
Why were they falling on their face?
So the reason they fall on their face is they're standing at attention for a really long period of time and they're not allowed to move, they're not allowed to react. So they just stand there. And myself being in the military, you don't if you lock your knees, if you don't hydrate, you're gonna fall over.
Hmm.
Well, what's really they're not allowed to break military bearing. So when the English nutcrackers, as I call them, when they fall over, they have to lay there still. So they basically fall literally on their face and just lay there. They're not, I mean, even if they're not knocked out, they have to act like they are. And then
Right.
people come and pick them up like they're real wooden nutcrackers. Because if a wooden nutcracker falls over, you just pick it up. Same thing. They just come by and pick it up and walk it off the field or wherever it is. You really, I can't, I'm not doing it justice, but I just watch. And it happens a lot. And lately it's been happening more and more. It's like just a couple will be laying there and no one's gonna help them. They're just gonna let them fucking lay there. I just think that's awesome.
Wow.
And what do you do about your nose? That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, there's probably blood everywhere and breaking shit. Yeah.
But they're over here like talking about the queen and how amazing she was, and then some human just boop, and everybody's trying to be professional and not acknowledge that Timmy the Brit just fell over. He's just laying there. Like there was a couple at the funeral. I think a few fell over. Just great. There. I wonder if you get in trouble. Like, is there a reprimand for that, or is laying on your face on public television for 45 minutes enough punishment?
Maybe that's. I mean, maybe that is. I don't know. I never really understood them because the time I was in London when I was in high school. They we did what every tourist does, and most Americans go up there and like try to talk to them and stuff like that. You know, and I just never like if someone is trying to like storm the castle, do they break? Do they like go after them, like, or do they just like, or just here for show? Like what like does that really happen?
I'm sure that well, fuck yeah. I would. Then no one's ever had the balls to do it. That's what I've seen. But yeah, I've never seen never seen a nutcracker go into action with an M16. I would like to, and I think it's possible. Definitely. I don't think they're there for show. I think they're ready to fuck people up. I do.
No.
I personally don't know how you do it anymore, especially with everyone lives for cell phone breaks. So how do you do it? Just standing up there all day long. Like, did she text me yet? Do they wear Apple watches? Do they at least get notified when someone's thinking about them? And that's a long shift,
Yeah.
you know? You get sad out there in front of the gate. All these strangers taking pictures of you. You can't put your arm around anybody, you know?
No.
You can't pose. It's just sad. And then if you didn't drink enough water, you're falling out.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get a water break. You don't get to bend down and pick up a water bottle and drink it real quick.
That's the picture I want. I want to be squatted down next to one, like when he's passed out on his face, like, hey, it happened.
Put on his hat.
Borrow his hat, clean
Yeah.
his rifle for him, that kind of thing.
Yeah, shoot him. Yeah, everything.
No. Sit on him like a bench and have tea and a biscuit.
Oh yeah. So I don't think the queen actually died. She just shed her human skin and sprouted her lizard wings and flew away back to the gray planet where all the other space alien and lizards live.
Alex, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's what happens when we all die.
No,
No.
no, it's just the lizards. There's some humble people still left, and there's just everybody that's in like all presidents or royalty and like cops and principals and your parents, everybody in charge, they're all fucking lizards. Except for us, humble modern, peasants.
Dude, you have great finger dexterity. As you did that, your fingers just flap around like a cock in the wind. It was really good. I liked it.
Well, my finger used to play a cock in the wind.
Been in many films, many
Yeah.
films.
My finger very famous. Me, not so much.
Right? It's just you just walk up there with your finger to get the award. Like, yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And there's just a bunch of other fingers dressed in tuxedos in the audience clapping with their little finger hands.
And when you win, they all possess angry eyes, like little googly angry eyes.
I'm really glad my acid's kicking in.
Yeah, so am I. I'm glad your acid's kicking in too. Don't you have work today?
Yeah. How are you? How's your week? What's up?
It was cool. I don't know if anything too crazy happened. Yeah, I went to an amusement park, same old stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
the thing you do every weekend.
Yep.
Right.
I'm amused. I'm heavily amused.
Do you feel amused?
I am.
You're
Yeah.
amused?
Well, see, I don't have I saw a hockey game against the Flyers against the Jersey Devils, and the Flyers beat their ass. Everyone in the stadium was surprised. It was shocking.
Everybody, even the team, are like, what
Oh
did we
yeah,
do?
the whole fucking team's like, well, what? We won? This is crazy.
What the
And there was
fuck
real
did we do?
fights. That was nice. The Philadelphia Phillies are working their way up to the World Series. They've made it to the Final Four.
Okay.
And let's see, the Sixers, no, I guess they're winning. I haven't looked at them. And then the Eagles beat the Cowboys last night. That's a really big deal if you're an Eagle or a Cowboy.
Uh,
I'm not. I'm just a fan. Can't watch the games, they stress me out, so I had fun at the amusement park instead.
nice.
But yeah, nothing fucking weird happened or anything, unfortunately.
Hmm.
How about you?
Over the weekend, I went to Callie's mom's house. Went to the um, went to the Shire because I call the whole family hobbits because they're all 5 feet tall. So I went to the upper Shire, and then her dad lives in the lower Shire. So they all in Washington.
So they filmed all those movies in Washington, huh?
Yep.
It would be crazy if one whole state was just like that. As soon as you cross the border, there's like a drawbridge, you know? And instead of them having a ladder, like when they check your ID to come into Washington, there's like a gully you have to drive in, so you're
Yeah.
eye level with them. You
Yeah.
get shorter, you know?
Yeah. Go down a little bit. You're like, oh, this is what it feels like, huh?
And it's like you're all looking down on me. What the fuck?
Yeah. Instead of paying the toll with money, you have to like bring wheat and like
Wheat?
yeah, like a bunch of grass, like wheat.
That's
and like
awesome.
like a I don't know, like a clipping of someone's beard.
Or maybe a small bag with shillings and marbles and precious stones.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Oh, fuck me. That'd be great. I wouldn't want to go to a place where they're acting like the movie. I would go to a place where they really think they are the fucking movie.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
All day long, especially walking around as I'm normally dressed. Just like, hi, how are you?
Yeah. I want to see confidence. I want to see confidence. I want real people to think that they're actually hobbits, like really real hobbits. Like, that's what I want.
Well, right.
I
We'll
don't,
see. Like,
I don't want real hobbits. I want people that are delusional and fucked in the head that think that they are. Because I want to, I want to see someone's mental illness in action.
so basically, the Amish, but shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it reminds me of when I go to the Amish town. Is like I see people in horses and buggies, no shit, with mirrors on it and whatnot. And there's the caution signs for the horse and buggy, and they don't talk to us, but they take our money. That
Yeah.
seems like Hobbit land. I'd be into that. Yeah.
I
Good.
think I think you're
Just
right.
need a bunch of short. I wonder if there's a town for just like the vertically challenged Amish, because that would be Hobbitville.
There is a like place in Asia somewhere that has like the town of little people, and like you go there and you pay money, and they put on like shows and stuff and dancing and singing. I'm not kidding. I saw it on Discovery Channel or Vice or something like that. I'm 100% serious.
No, I know, I'm sure, but they're doing, like I said, they're doing it on purpose. I want them to do it just for fun. I mean, no, I mean, I don't want them to
But
do it.
they actually they live there, and they actually are there in this town. But then they put on shows and have people, come in, and they sing and dance and throw candy and get on people's shoulders. I don't know.
These are like all people who like weren't involved in the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah, they were
like the rejects.
yeah, they didn't get casted. They were
Right. I think that'll be where everyone goes who doesn't get casted, or if they do get casted, like that's where they live in the off season. It's like
it's their Arizona. It's their
oh shit. What is Hobbit hell, where everyone's taller than them? Is that the thing or
no, it's where everyone's shorter than them.
whoa, that's clever. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That's neat.
and they have normal feet.
But regular bodies. Everyone's wearing clown shoes.
Yeah.
It's like fucking ET and drag. That's great.
Yeah.
That's how they talk. They get your ass beat for some Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, but I went to the Upper Shire, as I call it, and Squim
Do you tell them that? I'm sorry. Do you tell them that you're at the Upper Shire?
I just made that up this trip, so I haven't said to anyone. But it's something I've been saying in my head and waiting to say. But
I'm sorry, I can't stop. Just show up at the house from now on, and every time you see them, you wear a Hobbit shirt or some sort of Lord of the Rings merch. I'll make sure I'll help you. But every time you go, I want to make sure to say, don't say anything.
They know I call them the Hobbits. People their whole lives have been calling them the Hobbits. I'm definitely not the first person,
So this wasn't your idea. They told you what to call them.
No, well, no, I call their mom Hobbit. I call her Mom Hobbit. Mom first, Hobbit second. Mom Hobbit.
Wow, that's cool.
And yeah. I mean, people have been calling their, they didn't have to tell me. People been calling them hobbits. Yeah, that's easy. That's low hanging fruit.
Oh
I
shit.
have to elaborate on it. That's all.
All right. I'll after last question. Are there a lot of stools around the house, or are there just lower countertops? Was it specially made, like the roll-off farm?
No, there's a lot of step stools though.
Yes.
A lot of step stools to get things. And
that's great.
And I'm not even tall, but like they're always like, "Can you get me that? You're so tall." I'm like, "I'm not tall."
They're like, I'm like mini me.
I'm on the low end of average height. Like I was 5'9" in 8th grade, and I'm still 5'9".
Oh my god! it's the one place you can go where everybody looks up to you.
Yep.
Got to get the mail on the way in. All right, I'm done. Sorry. So anyway, you went to the Upper Shire.
Went to the Upper Shire. Hung out there for a couple of days. It was her mom's birthday. We bought her a hot tub, but one of these. I don't know why is that funny.
It's a swimming pool if you're that short, right? Sorry, I can't help it.
She's really not that. Her mom is 5 foot, I think. And
no, that's my mom. That's how tall.
Yeah. Callie and Taryn are 5 foot. Yeah, everyone's relatively. No one's tall. I think her dad.
My mom has always worn a life jacket in the hot tub, so maybe just get her one of those for safety.
Yeah. But it was one of those. It's like kind of portable. It's like you blow it up. It has a whole tank with it, and this whole thing. It's pretty legit. It could fit. It's a picture. A picture on the box shows 4 people sitting in it. You look at it, you're like 2 people. And if you put 4 people, everyone's knees are touching. Like, oh, we're having a good time, right? Like, no, we're not having a good time. But her mom lives, it's just her and her dog. So she'll be able to have a hot tub and by herself on her porch. So it's pretty cool. And it's one of those things where we all pitched in to get her something, and then they were like, all right, looked at me and Scott, the Taryn's boyfriend, like, all right, Go put it together.
Right.
So we're like putting it together, and then we didn't get to go in it because it takes like 12-15 hours to get up to temp, because it's like,
Right.
I don't know how much water that is, but it's a lot of fucking water because it's about 3 feet tall. So they would all drown in it. And and
I'm gonna get some rings off the bottom.
and then it's about like it's about 4 feet across. So, but we didn't get to fucking go in it. We sat all day with the water, filling the water up, and then but I went skateboarding for the first time in like probably almost a year, and I fell so many times. Jesus Christ! I went to go grind on this like grind box, and it's probably about 2.5 feet tall, and I got up on it, and then I just fell on top of the box, and then my big stupid body bounced and then hit the ground. I felt like a beach ball filled with tapioca. And then some mom sitting on the hill was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "She can't." I'm laying on the ground, and I'm like, "No one look at me." And I'm like, "She can't be talking to me." She's like, "Are you okay?" And I just went like this, like,
Yeah.
like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't look at me. And but yeah, that's what I did. And drive 4 hours.
You remember those Kool-Aid commercials when Mr. Kool-Aid used to skate? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah!
Yeah,
That would have been you if you were successful. I could see it
yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's me. Except I would have no Kool-Aid in my body.
Right. And you just spilled grape juice all over the fucking skate park. That's why she was concerned. I'm surprised she didn't offer you a Capri Sun. Isn't that what they're there for?
Yeah.
Capri Suns?
Yeah. I should have went over there. Hey mom, can I have some orange slices and Capri Suns?
Did you bring up everything up for the whole team?
Yeah. I don't have any. I'm hurt, mom.
Oh my God.
Change my diaper too.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
Oh shit. So yeah, but my life is pretty boring, and my downtime is just that. It's I go do stuff, but unless something crazy happens, I don't have much. But I do have an unfortunate topic.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So I work for a technology company. Is a nice way to say it. I say that to say that they're always on the cutting edge of new shit. So we're always on the phones, we're always clacking away, but then we have a chat we got to keep an eye on. So I'm clacking away, talking to somebody, and blah, blah, blah. And I look over and it says, you can enter to win 5 minutes in the virtual break room where you can learn how to give yourself a massage. That's the unfortunate topic. Basically, virtual reality. This is the future. Like, this is no shit. This is the fucking future. You're gonna put goggles on your head. I mean, this isn't that. They're just saying, click on this and watch this robot rub its shoulders and do the same thing to yourself, I guess.
Right.
And I'm just like, what the huh?
You do it?
I know I'm not good enough rep to get that. I didn't earn the 5. You have to earn that. That's for top sellers, man. Are you kidding me? I gotta get my fucking motivation right. I gotta get my head together. 5 minutes virtual massage to myself. I mean, it's weird. As I've been massaging myself on the phones for a long time, but it's just one muscle group. That's it, And once in a while, I come. That's it. But I mean, it's not an award. It's a reward. It's something I give myself.
I mean, well, it's a happy ending, Tony. Come on.
Even if it's only 2 hours into your shift, it's not over, but I'm happy, And I just, if that's the kind of shit we're doing in that virtual, I'll let you know. If I ever become a good enough rep, I'm gonna slide my ass in there.
Yeah, I just want to know exactly what it's like. Because you're just watching a thing and then doing it. So it's basically watching porn and masturbating. Like, really is what it is.
But it's all those little emoji Lego people. So it's probably that voice that everyone uses when they're selling porn, but they don't want to use their own voice. I
Right.
can get you really turned on in 3 seconds. Like it's the same voice. Try not to watch this game and come. Like same
Yeah.
thing, but work safe massage. Place your 3 fingers here. No, not there. Here. No. Here. Yes. Now rub and rub and rub. Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Rub again. And yeah, that. No, I don't want to do that. I'm sure that's what it sounds like.
I really want you to do it. Do better
Do
and
better.
do that.
I gotta sell more phones to blind people. That's where the real money
Hold on, Tony. Tip, tap, tip.
is. That's a real sales goal. Like, what are your goals this quarter? To give myself a 5-minute massage. What the fuck? Duh. Jesus Christ. And
Like,
this is technology companies helping other technology companies develop their horse shit. So this is just Zuckerberg saying, everyone out there, please help me, help me. If Meta doesn't work, I'm destroyed. What a world, what a world, what a world, what a world. This is this bullshit. And they're gonna keep shoving it down our throats till we're all walking around bumping into walls with their dicks hanging out. But
no, I mean that is what's going to happen. Like, virtual reality is very, very close.
yeah, they're gonna yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's like scary
Well,
to
I
me.
think I think companies, and not being funny, but I just think a lot of companies are going to start implementing that technology, especially if you want to work from home. They'd be like, "You want to work from home, right? Okay, nudge, nudge. Put these goggles on. Put this on. Get in this. Whatever you got to do. They'll
Yeah.
send you all this shit, and you'll just be walking through your house, but not on a trackpad or some weird shit. Be like,
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking of
exhausted.
Kool-Aid, fucking drink the Kool-Aid. Put on these goggles.
Oh, I'm saying, yeah, fuck. I just got to get out of here. I just got to finish off. There's got to be, how you're grandfathered into being able to, to be able to drink in other countries a certain age, just
Yeah.
grandfathered into clauses. There should be a grandfather clause where it's like, all right, if you were born, before this date, whatever the fuck, you don't have to participate in this shit. You can just work on the set of morals you were given, do what you know. Your brain's actually breaking down. You're going to get dumber as you get older. We're not expecting you to learn new things. Just sit on the fucking bench and take a check. We'll handle it from here. That's the group I want to be in.
Yeah.
Right. So, virtual massages, kiss my ass. That's what we come up with for the metaverse. That's it. Can you imagine? Like you walk into a room, just regular metaverse, not at work. You just walk out of your digital office into the digital street and you just see everyone doing this shit to each other. But no one can feel anything. You got to put on a fucking suit for that.
Can someone kill us now?
Yes. Oh, please.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
There needs, a good promo picture for us would be both of us sticking our heads into the shot, and then right behind our heads is a Big Mac truck. Like, pow! That's the next thing that happens is our skulls come off. But that's the shot. That's a really good promo shot.
It's a great promo shot.
That's right. Road killed. That's it.
Or just it just says this is the future, unfortunately, and then it just has us with our graves side by side, and the tombstones. It says Tony Gonser, Alex Rio. We're fucked up, aren't we?
Oh no, that's great. I was just thinking of the back shot. It's the back of the truck, and it just says tune in weekly, but then there's sneakers flying out and blood.
Yeah.
Any of you poster hounds out there want to develop something, we're gonna need that. It's our tour poster because we're not going. I mean, we're going somewhere.
Yeah, is somewhere nowhere.
Then we are here. That's right. Yeah, man.
That shit is scary to me. The virtual reality and AI and that kind of shit. Like, it makes me feel like it makes me feel like I'm like 78 and I'm like been working on this farm my whole life, and my dad's been working on this farm as my dad's dad and his dad and his dad, and then blah blah blah, and it's been there since 17 whatever, and like the corn has been planted since 1760, and we're still watering the same seeds, And I don't know if that's how it works, but
Same seeds.
yeah, the same.
Give up.
You plant them one time, and you just gotta water them. You know, water the same place.
Like a fucking chia pet that never quits.
Yeah. It's just a really big seed, and it lasts for a long time. And I just feel like that, and I'm like, even though I'm 35 and I should be into this shit, like I just feel like I feel like a grumpy old man with like a shotgun and an old dog like next to his side wearing coveralls, being like, you know, like none of my property. Like that's how I feel about this whole AI shit, and like Zoom doing this. The fact that you're not here, this is as far as I could go with
Right.
all, you know, like.
Well, I mean, the hard part about technology is what they're trying to do right now is what they did with cell phones. They got to find a need that you can't live without, and then they're good. And that's what Zuckerberg needs you to do. He's got to find that need. You're gonna see. I'm seeing commercials left and right. I saw. Here you go. I saw a straight up meta commercial for drumming. Okay. Now keep in mind, let's never mind, like we know it's bull. Let's just focus right on the bullshit. Let's focus on their marketing strategy. They're trying to find ways for you to use the metaverse. You don't need this. Everyone will openly admit there really isn't right now. There isn't a need to have virtual reality, to have goggles on your head. We are fucking fine without it. We're really fine without cell phones, but they fucking made sure that they found a need.
We needed it. Yeah.
Right. Well, you can't. Some places, especially if you can't always order from a menu now. For a while, you had to scan with your phone. So right there, you're fucked. You have to eat, right? And yada. The list goes on and on. But these days, you have to get a software update just so you can download the fucking new app from your doctor, because they're not going to fucking talk to you. You have to chat. And the pandemic really helped them cement that bullshit technology. It was just like, oh, well, now they have to lean on it real hard. We're safe. They can't live without it. So
Yeah.
next goal, Zuckerberg. The only thing with Zuckerberg was his idea was cool 15 years ago when everyone's like, oh, look, a new way to get pussy. This is neat. But now there's a million ways to get, well, there really isn't. All men have given up on dating apps. It's like, and you can't talk to a stranger in public, you'll get arrested. So we're all just giving ourselves 5-minute massages.
Yeah.
But
Takes you that long.
there's no, so here's a drumming app, right? They're like, learn how to drum with no drums. And what the best part is just all the comments. Fuck the ad. Look at the comments. And everyone's like, fuck that. That's stupid. It's like, yes, I hope he's reading this shit. Come on, Zuckerberg. It's like that, like a kink, like a fetish. We tie him into a chair. We tape his head to the chair, open up his eyelids like Clockwork Orange, and force him to read all the comments in like really blown up letters on a mega movie screen. Like,
Yeah.
you suck. This is a stupid idea. Fuck your digital drums. Like, he just reads this shit all day long. Like, that would be neat to have him hooked up and just do that to him. Like, yeah, you can do this, but you have to read every comment about your stupid product.
Yeah,
Moron.
he doesn't have time to read. He's too busy marinating in a vat of lotion to keep his lizard skin nice and svelte and moist. And then he goes around after and doesn't even dry off and rolls around in his money, and his like third eyelids click and clack, and then he like then he eats a smaller lizard real quick, and then he puts on his human head and he was like, yes, I am normal.
This sounds like Men in Black. Like,
It is. That's what
you got sugar water?
sugar and water.
Hey, sugar water. Is this better? Fuck you. Your skin's falling off, Edgar. What? Your
Get
skin's
your big
falling
fat-
off, Edgar. Here, that's better.
It's better.
Fuck yeah.
She falls over like a like a guard at Buckingham Palace or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. Like a nutcracker wearing virtual reality. Falls right over. So I just want people to remember this shit. We don't need virtual reality. It's coming. They're going to find ways to make sure we have to have it. But right now, just remember, this time and this place, we don't need it. We're doing fine without it. Just remember that, and we'll come and revisit this in a few years.
Yeah.
When we're all doing this shit. Just remember, virtual reality is important. We couldn't live without it. Fuck. I got to give myself more virtual massages. That is the fucking craziest thing. That's your sales pitch. Digital drums, virtual massages. We already do this shit. We just don't do it in front of a fucking computer. That's it.
Yeah.
Or with the one strapped to our eyes. This is your desperation for profits. It's like, well, I made a dating app in the 90s and everyone got off at least twice. And it's like, yeah, we appreciate that. But this is your new idea and it's stupid.
Well, they've been grooming us for years, even before the pandemic. But like the pandemic really so like helped solidify a lot of things. Like what they really need us to do is need us not to go outside. They need us to stay inside and put on goggles. That's why you could go shopping, Amazon. You could go grocery shopping online,
right?
And you could order food. You could you have everything. You like almost don't. You work from home. Like you almost don't need to leave at all. And that they're probably currently finding a way to do that. You know, like
they're halfway there. I 100% agree with you, man. Look around. We're already there. They love the pandemic. They were doing fucking backflips. And you can't do a backflip. I've seen Zuckerberg. He can't do one. And I know that motherfucker. He did one. He's like, what? I did a backflip. Yeah, fuck that shit. It's just, listen, man. This is a new, like a drug dealer finding a new way to market, just to be a kingpin. Everyone's already done with coke. We've already had crack and meth. He's like, I got a new idea. And we're all like, really? My teeth are already falling out. I'm cross-eyed and blind. What do you got? And he's like, virtual hand jobs. It's going to be great. It's like, dude, so basically you're just saying that I'm doing this shit. Because that's what I'm already doing. I just don't have to, you're saying in the future, I don't have to hold my phone while I do this. I don't have to do that anymore. I can stroke my dick with 2 hands thanks to virtual reality. I get 2 dicks. That's awesome.
Virtual dick and your real dick. I'm going to make my virtual dick smaller.
Right? Because you can zoom in. It's like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to make it big for me.
No. You think this dick's small? You should see my virtual dick. I made that myself.
Yeah. It's so small you can't even see it in real life.
Is that an ingrown hair on your dick? No, that's my other dick.
That's my other dick. It's just hair. Speaking of that, yeah, you got anything else?
Hey, somewhere in there's a good point, okay?
No, I'm I'm in. Grease me up.
So some people would say, because our premise really is like, fuck the future, it's a mess, blah, blah, blah. That's the idea. This is what we're dealing with. Our show came out of the concept of not being able to go outside. So some people feel that we could be what if this is as far as we make it? What if like right here, this is it? And then we just stall and tip the fuck over like a nutcracker. And the theory is that everything will collapse, economies will collapse. Well, we'll all beat the shit out of each other for the last can of soup. But still, you would have to go back to learning how to farm, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, how far out in your mind do you think have you ever looked around and be like, that's very possible?
Yeah.
Like, you just like for a minute, you're like, I don't want it to happen, but I mean, whatever's happening now isn't exactly a fucking.
Well, you're kind of talking like about the end of the world in a way, right?
Sure. The end of what we're, I don't know. The world will, the end of society as we know it.
Society, and the end of people, the end of,
Let's just say all the economies collapse.
Okay, let's just say all the economies collapse.
So we were fucked, right? We're all here, but we're dying off quick because we don't have basic resources, and no one.
Yeah, I think we're definitely closer than we have ever been, and just think about it this way: just the fact that you and I aren't the only people having this conversation. It's in our entertainment. It's in shows. It's in movies. It's already. If it wasn't going to happen, we are creating it. We're putting it in the air. We're putting it in the universe, as they say. We're talking about it. Like, if it wasn't going to happen, we're at least willing it into existence. We're making it, we're making it it's profitable. People are making money off of the idea of our society collapsing, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's very like just that alone means it's closer than it ever has.
Hmm.
Because you already people always talk. What would you do? How would you react if in like a zombie apocalypse? Like doomsday preppers, that kind of thing. And then society's collapsing. That's what it would be. Who had the last can of soup? I have an underground bunker filled with beef jerky and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
definitely, to answer your question, I definitely think it could happen. Maybe in your and I's lifetime.
And I don't know the ins and the outs of this, but there's something called a doomsday clock.
Yeah.
And some of the most renowned smart Weisenheimers of the world get together every once in a while and decide where the doomsday clock should sit. And that means basically nuclear holocaust. Some futso pushes the button, and then of course we all push the button. So that is this. I don't remember where it is, but it's basically like quarter to midnight, and midnight is doomsday. That's it. And we're
Yeah.
closer to midnight than we've ever been ever before. But that's just a nuke. Like that's just that. Like
Mhm.
that's the quickest way to do it. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm curious of our viewers out there. Would you rather go back to? No, I'm not talking about like. I'm just saying. Would you rather go back to farming, or would you rather move forward and give yourself digital massages, some
But
sort of.
see, but also that's the question: is that forward or is
I
that
don't.
back?
I think forward would be going back personally because what and this is getting heavy as shit now, but I just say this. I think that technology has pulled us so fucking far apart as far as people and how we're actually supposed to get the fuck along and how we're actually supposed to evolve that it's just all about profit. That's why fucko wants a digital jerk off room because he wants money. He's losing fuck tons of money on Facebook, but has nothing to do with us as a society getting along. He's just trying to find a pitch to sell his horseshit product, his digital hand jobs. It's like, yeah, go fuck yourself, man. You've made your money. Sit down. Go fucking jack off in Jello. Just stay over there and be quiet. But I think it'd be honestly, if you're being real serious, I don't want to see the world. I don't want to see people get fucking hurt. I don't want to see mass destruction. I don't want to see that. But I would like people to just fucking slow down and start realizing, hey, if if there wasn't food readily available, how would I eat?
Mhm.
If I had to get along with my fucking neighbors, what are their names? I don't know. Maybe I'll start there. Like that's just fucking a little bit of common sense to me. It's like you should probably just have a backup plan. How would you eat? Who would you get along with? Who would your allies be? Or do you want to figure all this shit out when it's going fucking crazy?
Right.
Like, is it possible? Sure. Do I want it to happen? No, of course not, man. But is it gonna? I don't know. This is the future. We have no fucking idea.
Unfortunately. Um,
Hey, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We need some post some videos of some nutcrackers falling over just to, just to lighten the load. That's all.
might not load.
But yeah, we can talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll now if you want.
Yeah, speaking of all that heavy world ending shit, the wheel gave us the band Godflesh.
Yep.
It seemed, I don't know, just like that name, it seems appropriate for what we were talking about. I think it just the name Godflesh. Um, and the album was, what was it?
A world lit only by fire.
Yep, a world lit only by fire. A band that I'm familiar with very well, and this album. Before I was familiar with a couple of songs, but not the whole album. Because it's a new for them. It's a newer album. They've been around for a while. So I'm curious. I kind of probably already know, but what would you think?
So, like, as far as different genres, I would say that it jumped out to me on would be, I do like it. It's, you know what I'm gonna say. It's gym music. It's what it is. But I listened to the album 3 times all the way through. It's long. It's honestly like it felt almost feels like almost some places it feels like a jam record. Like it's not it stretches out. Like it's got peaks and valleys in it. Even though it's heavy. Um but I would have to say it's like, I don't know, I would just have to say like a metal, like, I'm not psychedelic, but definitely like a metal, like, I don't know, like jam record. That's what I call it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because like they fall into the category of industrial metal,
Okay. So that
like
means basically,
Ministry,
right, they
that kind
yeah,
of
it's
thing.
not just his lyrics, obviously, there's some good playing involved too.
Um,
Yeah. Felt like kinda like a story, like a concept record, it all went together, like the whole, it wasn't broken up into songs. I mean, it was, but I'm just saying I listened to the album through and through, and every time it was just like it was a good one. It was like The Dark Side of the Moon. It just fit together.
cool. That's a better. I thought you were gonna say something a little different, but yeah. But I think yeah, that's good.
Well, it wasn't as far as like vocal, like I get lost when people just start fucking screaming in my ears. And this wasn't that. I would say it was probably like 2 steps below that. So I
Okay.
liked that, and it was a little slower. It was just like it wasn't like, "Ah!" Like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 all right, it's too early for that." But this was just like, "I'm pissed off, but I'm gonna take my time." I was like, "Oh, go ahead."
Yeah, they definitely have a beat, more of a rhythm to it. Like especially in certain songs, there's more of like a they're slow, and they fall into the category of industrial metal, noise metal, stuff like that. Like it. They don't have a drummer. They have they program a drum machine, and
I'm glad he
they
didn't compliment the drumming. The drummer's amazing.
well, I mean, they play the drums. They make the beats.
Right,
They just use a
right.
program, a machine. And I think once before they did have a drummer, and then they leaned more into got into more electronic, more industrial kind of sounding music. And I think I don't know the story behind it, but maybe it was hard to keep drummers. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to hire another one. Maybe
Right.
they're it's like we have a program, it works for us.
Well, then it's interesting that I said like it's still, I mean, it's so they put in the extra work to make it sound the way that it did. And like I said, it's not a short record, 10 songs in 54 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, what I like about a band that doesn't just do 3.5 minute songs is that means that each song like had its ending and they rode that song out until it finished properly. So if it's a 5 minute song, it's a 5 minute song. And they're not the only bands to do that, but sometimes when you run into metal, it's like or like heavier shit, they just try and crank out a 3 minute jam and move on to the next one. So
sure.
that's what I
Yeah,
appreciated about it. I was like, wow, this really goes for but this record seems like a little bit more like the lyrics. I don't know. I heard another song by them from a different album that came on after this, and it sounded more like a little bit more punk, maybe like the way he was singing was a little bit faster, a little bit. It was different. The singing
well,
was different.
back when because they've been around since they started in '82.
Shit.
They've been around for a long time. That was underneath a different name. Um,
88 was their first record.
yeah, when they first started, they were under the name called Fall of Because, and
Hmm.
they were the same people, same like band, and that name they lasted that lasted for 5 years, and then they took on the name Godflesh, and they've been Godflesh since '87. And then they've taken breaks here and there. They took a break 2002 through 2010, and then from 2010 to present.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. They're a band that I like a lot. I think they're awesome. I think it's cool when bands have like I like the extremes and like the low end of things. Like I think it's cool sometimes when people have like 20 people in a band, they're all doing something different, and it's
Right.
cool when there's only like 2 or 3 people in a band. Like
Right.
a 2 piece, like a 3 piece is awesome. Like, but a 2 piece is, yeah, fuck a drummer. It's just beats.
Well, I mean, I mean, just to big business is one of my favorite two pieces.
Yeah,
And it fucked me up when I thought I thought the guy played 2 different guitars. I mean, I didn't obviously you've got the drummer who's but then yeah, so anyway, it's fucking amazing when you see 2 people doing all that work. Especially it's one thing to create an album with 2 or 3 people. It's another thing to read to do that music live on stage.
Yeah,
You have to figure it out. Yeah, you could do 7 different fucking things on, on an album in the studio. You can fuck around, but when you have to make all that happen, it's just crazy to see someone like playing a bass that's set up like a guitar, and then the drummer's over there with nothing touching the floor. Everything's just flying around the whole time. And then meanwhile, the guitar player's also working the synths and a keyboard, and it sounds fucking amazing. So a lot of respect goes out to any band of a 2 or 3 that can make a shitload of great noise.
right.
Absolutely. I'd agree with
Yeah.
you.
Like there's a guy that is from Portland. He's in it's just a dude, one guy who's been in a lot of bands. He's been in the Melvins, he's been in High on Fire, a lot of different bands. He's basically a bass player. Almost seems like a bass player for hire, but he has his own thing that he does, and it's called Thrones. And it's noise metal, really. He plays, even when he plays live, he plays the bass and he
Mhm.
sings or he's vocalist, and he has like a synth and a laptop, and he like creates his beats, and he does it kind of live, and has this whole thing, and does crazy shit live. Like he has like this bar that like has like electricity going through it and vibrations, and like makes noise, and he's like playing his bass, and there's like a bunch of noise happening, and he bites the bar, and it's like making this crazy noise, like it's like
Damn.
male's hair, but
Nail!
but yeah, it's just like Godflesh is like that. It falls into the like industrial metal, noise metal, like puts a different spin on just regular like metal, you
Right.
know. And that's what I like about Godflesh. And I like that, they've been around since '82. They're still playing. They're just a two-piece. They're not on the mainstream. They're definitely in the underground. People know about them. They have a lot of albums.
Yeah. I just noticed.
I mean, quite a bit. And the fact, and they still make music. They have a new single out. But some of my favorite tracks, probably my favorite one is "Shut Me Down."
That's the one that's on. Yeah.
That's track 3.
That's their number one. That's also their most popular
Yeah.
track for their fans. Yeah.
Just the beat, it has a really good, like, it's catchy kind of. And then what else did I like? First, the first 2 tracks, New Dark Ages, Dead Ended. I like the whole album. For me, the album is a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
I'm like, I have it on low right now. I'm just like listening, like, refreshing my memory a little bit on which ones I like. But damn it if it doesn't remind me of like some kind of like something that'd be played in like a gnarly fucking movie. Like, but like maybe like it reminds me like for some reason I'm picturing Seven, the scene in Seven when he goes down into that sex club in New York City, and they find
Mhm.
he makes him wear that big fucking the
Yeah.
apparatus. It's like it's just I like that, but it's slow and dark. It's like going into a dark fucking basement, but then you get the music gets louder as you get into the basement, but there's some fucked up shit happening. That's what this picture paints in my mind, which is really great. I love
Yeah.
that. And I like working out to it in the gym. I like working out to shit like that and having those kind of thoughts while you work out. And then the gym music is like Britney Spears, you know? It's just like,
Yeah.
and meanwhile you're like, "Ah! Ah!" Oh my god, I just love my butt. It looks so good, right? And I'm over like, ah! People are dying in my mind.
People are dying in my mind.
Yeah. I remember like the ones that I can remember, man. I think it was like the second to last song I liked a lot for some reason. That one always, I felt like that was the closer on the album. And I'm like, oh, every time I stopped, like Forgive Our Fathers. For some reason, I like that one. Um, I always thought that was the closer for the album. And then, no, that is the last one. Sorry. Towers of Emptiness.
Yeah,
That's the one. Towers of Emptiness.
that's such
That's the
a
one that was, it sounded always like, what is this? And I always thought it was their closer, but then they lay out one more. For me personally, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
oh wow, okay, cool.
I mean, I mean, it's gym music. I don't know. I don't want people to think that's a really good thing, because like I was going to the gym listening to like Steely Dan, and that's a shit workout. Just so we're all clear. But if it feels like someone's about to get you in the back with a cattle prod, that gets you going, and that's what this music makes me feel like. It's just like someone's right behind me with a fucking sword, just ready to stab me in the kidneys. It just puts fire in my ass. I like that. But it's not Mudvayne, it's not Slipknot. You know what I mean? Like when 20 years ago, that was my gym music. Now it's like this shit is better. It's slower in the right places, heavier where I want it. I'm older, I move slower, but I still like the heavy sound. So like it actually, like, it sounds weird, but like when I'm working out, it's like like it matches my rhythm. If that makes any sense.
No, that's good. I mean, it's good that it's that it can be used for something. You know,
Yeah, music's a flavor, man. Just depends on what mood you're in,
uh,
what you need.
this is everyday music for me. I was walking my dog, listening to it in headphones.
This sounds like it reminds me of like something RoboCop would walk to work in. Dun, 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 dun,
To me,
fucking
I
pistol
was
comes out of his hip. Got his lunchbox in the other hand. Dun, dun. Fuck yeah.
I to me, yeah. I mean, I was walking the dog, just headphones in. This music just is every day to me. Like this is not.
Alex is over there fucking making breakfast, doing an omelet. Hey, you want ketchup on your eggs? Dun, dun.
First of all, I wouldn't allow anyone that likes ketchup in their on their eggs in my place.
Don't come over here, buddy. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Fucking ketchup on your eggs. It's a thing. That's what this song reminds me of. Ketchup on your eggs. Like
No,
he's
it
peeing an
does
omelet, and then someone just like dun 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 dun, like no, not the fuck. All right. So yeah, man, I'd give it honestly, I give it a 9 out of 10. I would go into that again. I liked it. It just very, and I could see where the industrial part comes from, because I said it's not a million miles an hour, but it's definitely like spooky. Like it could be a little like spooky. This isn't you. Let's play this to some woman that you're driving home from church. She's gonna think she just got to ride with the devil. So I mean, it might be mild for you. This is your wake up and I love the day music, but for everyone else, they're holding on to the fucking Bible. So it's scary shit.
I guess so.
I'm just letting you know, buddy. Not everybody
I
wakes
didn't
up.
even know it's scary. I had no idea.
Well, some people listen to the Bee Gees in the morning. This ain't the fucking Bee Gees, man. This is some shit.
This is some shit. The Bee Gees are scary to me, man. I ain't fucking staying alive. Fuck that shit.
Fucking Mr. Roller Disco over there.
Yeah, I ain't fucking staying alive.
So
But yeah,
man.
I would give it a. For me, it's a 9.3, 9.93. So
Got it. Well, I like your walking the dog music. Good pick there, buddy. Good pick.
thanks, man. I hope other people liked it. If they would like to comment on it and say I listened to it or I didn't, or I've liked Godflesh for years, or I hate them, let us know.
Right. Exactly. Yes, let us know what you think about music. And speaking of music, I actually have a little something that happened behind the scenes while we're doing the show.
Well,
No?
you get the wheel out. Let's do it.
No, I know. No, this is about the wheel.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So we looked online, we check our comments like we always do. We checked on YouTube, see if anyone had posted some things. We had some comments. One of them is still a friend of mine can't believe that I'm a grandfather. Another one was my horrible hair. Both acknowledged. Absolutely. I'm a happily ugly, scary looking grandpa. Not a problem. I own that shit.
Your hair has changed throughout the episode. It was like wet and slick back, and now Like I feel like your hair heard us say Muppet and Ernie, and it
Hey,
like,
Bert.
oh yeah.
Hey, Bert. Um, so another comment on there. We always try to get comments about music, and a good friend of mine, an avid listener of the show, Brian, he wrote on there "stained," and he wrote like something like "mudge," something. I thought he was trying to break out an album. So I texted him before the show to confirm if that's what he wanted us to play, if that's what he wanted me to put on the wheel. I didn't hear back from him, so it went on the list. Well, I checked my phone as I was looking up the playlist for the music we were just talking about, and I have a text from him that says, "LOL, I was kidding. Don't do Stained." Well, guess what? You're too fucking late. We're doing Stained. You picked it. I'm telling the whole internet you picked it, Brian. And we're doing and Alex loves Stained, so we can't take it off the list now. Um, but we're adding Stain's dysfunctional dysfunction. Yeah, that's
You're a great guy. Thank you.
dysfunction.
But God damn it.
I love that we're not now. He's like, Brian, just so you know, you fucked up, man. Don't tease us because I took you seriously. You got to put an upside down smiley face if you mean sarcasm. So I don't know.
Well, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll listen to it. I don't give a shit.
It's been a while since Alex had a reason he wanted to kill himself. It's been a while, but we found
I make up reasons every day.
All right, so to the wheel. Now that you know our that could be the name of our episode. Don't do Stained. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that is fair.
All right, so we're starting with the letter A. Like, oh, just kidding. Number one, we've got Three from Hell, the soundtrack and the movie. In the number two space, we have Wheeler Walker Jr.'s album Sex, Drugs, and Country Music. Number three is Alex's spot. If it lands on his name, he gets to pick off the top of his head. Number four is now Stained, and the album is Dysfunction. That's the one with the sad clown on it.
I'm a sad clown.
Yeah, it's Alex's album. Number five is Nefix, Fight Back, a collection. Number six is Daughters, You Won't Get What You Want. Number seven is my spot. I got to pick something if it lands on me. Number eight, Five-Legged Dog. Number nine is Green Druid's newest album, At the Maw of Ruin.
What is Five-Legged Dog? Who's that by?
Sorry, man. Number eight, Melvin's Five-Legged Dog.
Got it.
Five-Legged Dog. Number nine, Green Druid, At the Maw of Ruin. Number 10, motherfucker. Number 10, Sparks, Kimono My House.
Kimono My House.
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, all right.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Me again? Motherfucker.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Again?
You
fucking horse shit. Let's do Stain.
Fuck yeah. The collection.
Well, I could either do something in the same vein of Godflesh, or I could do the complete opposite.
I'm gonna let you do it and let you decide.
All right. Speaking of music as a flavor, and you got to be in the right mood. Gonna do Devin Townsend, someone we've done before, and it's a newer album from last year, and it's called Snuggles.
All right. Snuggles. All right, got it.
Devin
Townsend, Snuggles. God damn it. Dang it. I just keep thinking about that fluffy little bear that does laundry stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the album we're listening to this week.
Devin
Townsend. The album is Snuggles. That's all I have to say about that.
Snuggles.
Fuck me.
You know?
You're picking my gym music, goddammit.
This is not gym music.
Well, I want to figure out where it fits. There's only so many things I do with my time.
Oh, that's funny. This is picking this album. This is like this is an experiment. I want to see how everyone, um, how everyone reacts to it, kind of thing. I mean, that's how it is always, but
Okay, so after you hear this album, put up an emoji that we want to know. We want to know how you feel. So put up a feeling emoji about this album. Seriously, put an emoji, please. You don't have to say shit. Just a fucking emoji, please. Everyone who listens, an emoji. They have emojis in YouTube comment section?
Yeah, you have it in your phone, so yeah.
All right, yeah. So yeah, do an emoji after you hear the album. Just let Alex know with an emoji. We want to know what you think with it. That's it. That's the assignment, please, and thank you.
Cool. All right.
Cool. All right. Well, now that we've given everybody homework, we would like to thank you, and of course, Alex will let you know how to worship us.
Yeah. You could see we're on YouTube. Go to our page. This is the future, unfortunately. Please, if you would like to leave a suggestion for any music, movies, or soundtracks, just put if it's music, just put in the artist and the full album, and the movie and soundtrack if you'd like to do it that way. And please leave that in the newest video in the comment section in the newest video. I'll go to Instagram, Titfu69, and slide into our DMs and do it that way. And like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, anything you want, please. And thanks for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you all next week. Pick an emoji. Let us know. All right. Bye-bye.